Yeah.
These kids are in black tie.
Yeah.
It's pouring rain. And I'm like, what? And I don't know what it was, Oprah. But I just was about to go into monster control mode. And my daughter, who was home from college, reaches out, grabs my arm with that sort of like forceful grip and yanks me towards her. And she's like, you're being annoying.
Was this Sawyer?
This was Kendall.
Okay, this was Kendall.
This was Kendall. So I'm like, but it's right. And she's like, Mom, if they want to get wet, let them get wet. But he's going to ruin his shoes. Mom, if he's going to ruin his shoes, ruin his shoes. But her dress. Mom, let them. Mom, let them do what they want to do. But they don't have friends. Let them eat at a taco stand. Let them get wet. Let them dance all night in wet tuxedos. For crying out loud, Mom, it's their prom, not yours. Just let them. And there was something about the cascade of let them, let them, let them, let them, that it just hit me. And I thought, yeah, let them.
Let them.
Why am I thinking about his dinner? Why am I not thinking about mine?
Yeah. And why couldn't you just let them? So what if the sneakers get wet? And so what? You left out the part about the whole corsage. You'd wanted her to have the corsage, and then your son said, Oakley said, no corsage, and then you're standing there with the corsage, and let her not have the corsage. Let them.
I was so...
Did you know then how powerful it was?
Oh, no. No, I just felt like my self-release. Mm-hmm. And the next day, I'm standing at the garden center, and you know how when you're in line and there's like 5 people in front of you, and it's like beep, 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 and you feel the stress rise up, and you start looking around, and you feel all agitated, and then you start thinking in your head, why aren't they getting any other better thing to open
what's
up
going
here?
on up
What's
there?
going on up here? And now all of a sudden you think you can run a grocery store or a garden center
That's
better
right.
than anybody else, and then you're fussing, and you're like, let them. And it was like instant peace. And I started to say, let them. Anytime I was in a situation where I was annoyed or stressed out or bothered or hurt or worried or frustrated, and it had this unbelievable impact of having an immediate release.
Yeah.
And what I started to notice, full stop, is that I didn't have time and energy because I was turning other people into a major problem in my life.
All the time.
All the time. I was giving my power to other people, what they were doing, what they were saying, what they were thinking. So if I go back to the grocery store, what's amazing about that story, you're standing in line, the stress is coming up. When you start to get all flustered by what other people are doing, you're now trying to control something you can't control. Because you will never be able to control what other people are doing, what they think, what they say. You cannot control how a grocery store is staffed or how fast the line is moving. And when you focus on things that you can't control, you miss the single biggest, most amazing thing about life, that you are actually always in control. Because there are 3 things that are always within your control, Oprah. You can always control what you think. You can always control what you do or don't do. And you can always control what you do in response to the feelings that rise up. So instead of standing there in a line and burning up for 15 minutes over something stupid, and then allowing that to stress me out all day and affect the rest of my day, when I say let them, I immediately recognize that this is something that...
I have no power over.
Correct.
I have no power over.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. But I do have power because I can leave the store.
Yes, I always say that. That's why I love that Wizard of Oz. There's so many wonderful teachings there. When Glinda the Good Witch says, go away, you have no power here, it's because that's not your territory. You only have territory in your own body and your own person.
Yes.
And you have no power in anybody else's territory. This is what I love. In my mind, the crux of the let them, let me theory, which is most important, is that the more you say this, the more you allow people to live their lives, the better your life will get. The more control you give up, the more you actually gain. Can you explain that, Mel?
I absolutely can. We have spent our entire lives managing, worrying about other people. We have made it our jobs to make other people happy. We have made it our job to have opinions about the grocery store, about what our kids are doing. And in doing so, you have given all of your power to something you will never be able to control.
Absolutely.
And what I discovered, Oprah, is that the more that I said let them, the more I noticed that I was spending time wishing that people would be different. I was spending time judging the people in my life. I was spending time wanting people to be in different moods. And that is time that I could actually redirect back at myself and
so
focus on what I can.
Mood, let them.